I don't know. Oh, hey, what's going on, 12s? Just working on my fantasy football team here for week 4. Not sure who I should start. I'll tell you who definitely not to start. Gronk. Yeah, you don't want to start him. Well, maybe you do if I'm playing against you. What's happening? Matt Case here for the Best Fans Video Podcast. You know me, on air Monday through Friday, 95.7 The Jet from 10 to 3. Hey, listen in if you can, because I could use all the help I could get. All right, who am I starting for my defense this weekend? I'd like to have the Hawks, but this clown, Bobby 1649, has got them, and I'm playing him in a couple weeks, I think. So, looking back, week 3 was an impressive win. Hawks looked good. A little scare there with Russell, but everybody seems to think he's going to be suited up and ready to go for our next game coming up. A 10 a.m. kickoff. Coffee and kickoff with the Hawks, and of course, the fish Jeff Aaron will be by to break down that week 4. Man, I don't know. I'm having a hard time. Do I want Odell Beckham Jr. this week? Maybe not. Fantasy football, man. Are you in a fantasy league? I bet you are. You probably have a couple of fantasy teams. Larry Lomax will stop by and get us up to date on a 12 in the community. I love these feel-good stories that Larry does. And, of course, Dallas Hawkins Bales checking in online and around the world, all things social media. Matter of fact, Dallas, give me some tips on my fantasy team. Who should I start this week? Because I know you got a couple of fantasy teams. And let's recap Week 3, Niners, Seahawks, the lovely and talented Spike O'Neal. Spike, are you in a fantasy league? Are you Pickles 1624? Because if you are, you got a good team and you're leading the pack. Here's Spike.
Thanks, Matt. So what we saw last week when the Hawks returned to CenturyLink Field was a return to normalcy. You saw a Seahawks defense that smothered and stifled an overmatched San Francisco offense. You saw a Seahawks offense that finally looked like the team we saw at the end of last year. An explosive offense with lots of weapons and a quarterback capable of putting them all into play. Now what we have to worry about is Russell Wilson's health. On top of the ankle, which seemed to be getting better, we have the knee, a strained MCL. The question is, what's going to happen in New York this weekend? We don't know. And we don't know because the Jets can't know. Pete always plays it close to the vest, doesn't play his hand. That's super smart. Make the Jets prepare for both. Of course, Russell Wilson is superhuman, and he's got a will to win, and he'll be on the field if you let him. The question is, should Pete let him? Should Pete allow Russell Wilson to man up and look tough and be tough and get out there and risk further injury? Or should he sideline Russell Wilson and let Trey Boykin make the start and maybe get the win? If it were me, I keep Russell on the bench to start the game. Let Boykin get his shot. Makes the rest of the team rally up around him, play to their best of their potential. And if need be, if emergency, if the game's getting away and Russell's up to it, then you put Russell Wilson in. But I'm not a coach. I just talk on the radio and make stuff up.
Since 1965, Pacific Travel Center has been the place to go for all your camping and travel needs. We're a full-service dealership located in South Tacoma with a variety of new and used campers and travel trailers, ready for you to load up and enjoy with your family. Pacific Travel Center will greet you with an experienced staff, show you an assortment of popular camper and trailer brands, as well as offer a complete parts store and large service department. Pacific Travel Center, putting the RV in travel for over 50 years.
We're back. I'm telling you, that dude right there, Spike O'Neal, needs his own show with Skip Bayless. Be way funnier, I'm telling you. Love you, Spike. All right, Hawks, Jets, week 4. I'm working on my fantasy team right here for week 4, and definitely not starting Gronk. Might have to take for the defense. You know what? I'm trying. I don't know, man. I don't like that Washington Redskin defense. I mean, they did come back in an impressive way against the Giants there week 3, but I'm not so sure if I'm a believer in them. Anyways, if you're playing me coming up in my fantasy league, watch out for me because my name is Starsucker69. Yeah, I got a good team. I had a pretty good team. Speaking of a good team, we got a great team here at the Best Fans Video Podcast. Dallas Hawkins Bales, she's up now, social media queen, the diva online. Oh man, oh man, oh man. No, I don't want the Cleveland defense. No, I don't want the Cleveland defense. Oh. All right, Dallas Hawkins Bales, what do you got, D? Don't want the Cleveland defense.
Hey everyone, Dallas Hawkins Bales here, and thank you for sticking around for my segment in the Best Fans Video Podcast. I'm here with my good friend Jim. We're out here.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
We're good. We're out here in Everett. We're at the Hawk Wheels Food Drive, and we have all that food donated to the Everett Food Bank. How awesome is that? I ran into my good friend Jim. He's one of the most selfless individuals I know. And Jim's gonna tell us what he does every other Saturday. So Jim, take it.
Thank you, Dallas. Every other Saturday, we have a group called the 12s Helping the Homeless. And what we do is we go up to a young lady's house named Sarah Bryan, about 10, 12 of us, and we make about anywhere from 150 to 250 sack lunches. We make the sack lunches, take them down to Seattle. Up off of Yesler and 4th Avenue is where the, I guess, King County Courthouse is where there's a big park. A lot of the homeless are down there, and what we do is we bring them sack lunches. We also have toiletries we give out. We also have clothing we give out. Sarah just received 700 blankets from somebody or a group, so we have 700 blankets we're taking down a week from this Saturday on the 2nd to Seattle so we can feed the homeless. So that's what it's all about. It's helping and giving back. As you can see today, that's what we're doing. We're the 12s helping and giving back. Right, Dallas?
That's right, Jim. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everything you do. And as an honor of being an awesome 12 that you are, I would like to gift you something. His very own, can you see it? Very own 12 tag with his name on it. So there you go, Jim. That is
Thank you,
for
Dallas. You're a sweetheart.
You're so welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Hey everyone, I'm back again. I'm over here in Everett at the food drive with the Hawk Wheels, and I'm over here right next to Mama Bennett. Say hi.
Hi, Hawk fans.
She's going to try our delicious Olympic press coffee roasters.
And I'm a coffee connoisseur, so I would definitely let you know
There you go.
how this coffee tastes.
And I have one question for you.
Sure, absolutely.
So, when Michael was younger, what was his favorite cartoon?
Oh my goodness.
Or, I guess, what was his favorite cereal growing up? Do you know?
What was it?
What was it? SpongeBob. Was it SpongeBob? That was his favorite cartoon?
You know, believe it or not, Michael wasn't a big cartoon buff. He would watch some cartoons. He wasn't a big cartoon buff. Martella's my younger son. He and I would sit and watch cartoons. Michael liked a lot of old school.
Oh,
He liked I Love Lucy.
Oh, hey,
He loved I Love Lucy.
oh, very interesting. I love Lucy too.
Really?
She's a redhead just like me. All right, well, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for sticking around and hanging out with us, little one. And what's your name?
Right.
Say, who's your dad?
your dad?
Michael Bennett.
Oh, Michael Bennett. Well, thank you so much for being part of my podcast, and thank you for coming out and supporting the Hawk Wheels. Alrighty, let's go Hawks! So this weekend was packed with some Hawktastic events. Here's some footage from Hawktoberfest in Kent. Mike, let me see. Let's see, what do you got?
1-5.
Woohoo! And here's some footage from last Sunday by The Clean. Alrighty, I'm here with the beautiful, what is your name today?
Oh, well, today I'm
Yeah.
Goldie Digger.
Goldie Digger?
Yes,
I'm
'cause all
here-
those bitches are gold diggers.
I want to show you her beautiful ensemble. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love
And you
it.
know who I am the rest of the time?
Who?
Cat Collins, the 12th woman.
Kat Collins, the 12th woman. You heard it right here. I love you. Let's do this. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks!
If you didn't make it to the Piranha Shop, you missed out. Events this weekend. If you're on the north side, they have their second annual away bash at Jimmy Mac's in Everett. And if you live on the south side, go down to Muckleshoot Casino. Check out their away game bash. I heard it's a riot. Oh my gosh, what an amazing win against the Whiners. The score was 37-18. Russell, I told you you need to rest that ankle. And now you got knee problems. Hopefully the O-line can protect you this next game, and I hope you come back healed up. So let's talk about Christian Michael. OMG, has he been performing like an animal. He's running through that defensive line like nobody's business. He got his first touchdown of the season, and he's looking promising. Was it a bird? Was it a plane? No, it was Air Baldwin. Did you guys see that one-handed catch? Oh my goodness. It was beautiful. It's about Graham time. Jimmy Graham was out there. Social media was going crazy about him. It looks like he's healthy now and he's ready to do some damage. So now we go to New York. Let's keep the offense fired up. Seahawks are still ranked #1 defense. I'm ready. See you in the next podcast, and go Hawks.
Advanced Septic Services is a family-owned company that specializes particularly in septic repair and restoration work. We do, however, also do new construction and replacement systems as well, but our primary specialty is to take an existing system that's been in the ground for 20, 30, even 40 years that is no longer working, and have that system working again for many years to come. One of the things that's unique to Advanced Septic Services is the tear-lift technology. And with this particular machine, we are able to fracture the soils in the proximity of the drain field.
We're dedicated to providing good service. The passion is in the helping of people. It's not just about customers or making money, it's about having an ongoing relationship with the people. There's no commission involved for us techs out in the field. So if I identify a problem and let you know that this is something that we can do and something that we should do, it's only because it's what's best for the customer, not because there's anything necessarily on the bottom line for me. I think you'd feel more than comfortable to not only have my guys out to your house, but have them work on stuff for you and be happy with what we charge.
Honesty,
integrity,
satisfaction,
responsiveness,
trustworthy,
professionalism.
Courtesy Auto has by far been the best experience I've ever had.
They talk with me, they show me options, and then rated them as safety factors.
And I feel like they're being honest with me.
He sponsors a lot of the nonprofits and community-oriented things.
Even the bathroom is clean.
Courtesy Auto Service is my front line. It's the first person I go to see.
I don't know, honey. I don't think there's much left. I'll have to look here. Oh, hey, we're back. Best Fans Video Podcast. Dallas Hawkin Bales right there. All things social media. What's going on, Matt Case? Just making myself an adult beverage. I call it the Hawktail. It's great for kickoff, and if you'd like the recipe of what goes in the Hawktail, I'd be happy to share it with you, and the story that goes with it. You can always shoot me an email, and as always, that tastes like victory. All right, Dallas Hawkin Bales right there. All things social media. Spike O'Neal recapping the win over the Niners. We'll look ahead to the game against the Jets with the Fishermen. But first, Larry Lomax with a feel-good story about a 12 in the community. I love these segments, and I love Larry Lomax. Check this out.
Is it time? Okay. Just have to take care of a couple things back there. Hey, sports fans, it's Larry Lomax here, and what a game last weekend, huh? That Doug Baldwin. I have got to get a Baldwin jersey now. What an amazing, fun game to watch. My brother had a chance to be there in person, lucky dog. But man, I hope this coming weekend will be just as much fun. All right, so I know a lot of us have other sports that we love to watch too. And me, I'm a big baseball fan. I know, you too, huh? I've also gotten around to play a little bit of golf. In fact, a guy I used to work with back on the East Coast was one of the big hitters on WLS in Chicago, Tom Gray, and he introduced me to the game of golf. And I don't play as much as I did back in the day because I used to be somewhat of a menace on the golf course. I mean, they used to call me play through. Yeah, what's that tell you? Anyways, I don't use these much anymore except for a good back scratch. But there's a guy, I feel good. There's a guy out at Chambers Bay, Brent Zepp, and you might like to see what he's got going in his world. Let's take a peek, folks. I'll be right back. All right, see you.
Welcome to Chambers Bay. I'm Brent Zepp, head golf professional, and happy to tell you guys a little bit about the golf course. As Northwesterners, many of you know that the US Open was here in 2015. It was an amazing event. Had the time of my life, and now I'm just happy to meet golfers from all over the world that are passionate about being here and playing golf at Chambers Bay. So I know many of you have played here. Many of the Hawks have played here. I'd say Jermaine Kearse is probably our #1 fan. But the course itself, if you don't know much about it, we're standing in the middle of a gravel mine. For about 90 years, this hole that we're standing in, the gravel and the sand was mined out of here. So we're about 110 feet underground 100 years ago. I-5 was built out of this quarry and many other things. So with the land being completely removed of all of the gravel, they decided golf was a good thing. You can tell just by looking behind me, it's about as unique of a golf experience as you're going to find. The golf course, it's really a throwback. It's definitely inspired by the first golf courses to exist in Scotland. And here, it's much different than a Scotland golf course. Scotland, those courses are natural. You know, that land probably looked like that 1,000 years ago. Well, here at Chambers Bay, we've got a flat gravel pit that the designer came in and got to push all of this dirt around. So this dune behind me that's about 80 feet high was pretty much made with bulldozers and moving dirt. And then obviously, when you look behind me, there's not a tree in sight. There's only one tree on Chambers Bay. We'll show you that. But there's no trees out here, so a much different game when you're playing a Northwest course and no trees. I love playing it. Links golf is my passion. The shots that you have to hit out here to be successful are very, very different than really any other course in the nation, let alone the Northwest. Well, links golf is more about when the ball hits the ground, the fun's just begun. Then gravity takes over and the ball trundles and goes down hills, and you got to use your imagination to try to think, where's my ball going to stop after it's done rolling, and then hit your golf shots. So I'm going to rip one down there for you. Pretty much on hole 10, what you're thinking when you go through your pre-shot routine is commit and hit it straight. So I'm going to pick a target out right down the middle of this fairway and just commit, and hopefully hit one right down the gut. That'll work. So here we are on the 12th tee box at Chambers Bay. Wherever you play golf, make sure to note the 12th hole for the 12th man. But we have a pretty epic 12th tee box here at Chambers Bay. As you can see, as you approach the 12th tee box, there's the view of the water, with the one tree on the golf course, the lone fir tree, quickly becoming a famous tree in golf. So here we are at hole 16, right down on the Puget Sound, and in the US Open there was some incredible drama, none bigger than the moment Jordan Spieth birdied the 16th hole to take a 3-shot lead. All right, so many of you were here for the US Open and you had your own experience. It was incredible to have the biggest golf tournament in the world right here in our backyard. I got to host all of the practice rounds. So as some of you may know, players show up quite early. I had Tiger Woods out here all by himself for 2 days. I had Phil Mickelson out here all by himself for 2 days, and many other players. And it was incredible to meet those guys, kind of get in the inner circle. With Tiger in particular, I got to pretty much spend 2 days elbow to elbow eating cheeseburgers with him for lunch. It was the most incredible thing I've ever experienced in my life, to get to know somebody that's that famous and that big for the game that I love, up close and personal, get to know him a little bit. But many other stories. Adam Scott was here for 2 weeks, played the golf course 13 times. And then of course with Jordan Spieth, his tie to the Pacific Northwest is Michael Greller, his caddy, who lives just 15 miles from here in Gig Harbor and is building a home as we speak, because this is his community and he loves Hawks football. So come out and join me here at Chambers Bay. Let's have some fun walking this amazing place. And as far as the Hawks go, I couldn't be more excited about the season. We've got an amazing team. I know we've got a great shot of making another big playoff push and hopefully another big Super Bowl run. Go Hawks!
Advanced Septic Services is a family-owned company that specializes particularly in septic repair and restoration work. Our primary specialty is to take an existing system that's been in the ground for 20, 30, even 40 years that is no longer working, and have that system working again for many years to come.
Take the time to get a hold of us and talk with us. I think you'd feel more than comfortable to not only have my guys out to your house, but have them work on stuff for you and be happy with what we charge.
Hey everyone, Dallas Hawk and Bales here. I am the proud owner of Hawk Armor. I make the loudest 12 gear for the loudest fans. Don't believe me? Check out my website at www.hawkarmor.com. We have t-shirts, we have tank tops, baby onesies, coffee mugs, and so much more. We make 12 gear for the die-hard 12. Hawk Armor does monthly giveaways on our Facebook page. We have given away signed memorabilia, t-shirts, headbands, and even custom 12 tags. If you don't have a 12 tag, you are missing out. They are only $12 with free shipping to your doorstep. Boom. Hawk Armor was founded in 2015. We've been in business for a little over a year, and we absolutely love what we do. So stop being boring, stand out from the crowd, and rep your team loud with Hawk Armor. Boom.
Hey, get that camera out of the way. I'm trying to rewatch the highlights here from week 3, and there's lots of them. If you're a Seahawk fan, if you know what I mean, if you're a Niner fan, you're probably not even watching this. Why would you? It's the Best Fans Video Podcast, all about you, the 12s, and our team, the Hawks. And oh, yeah, look at that Doug Baldwin catch. Dougie Baldwin, when he laid out for that catch, that Superman catch. That's ballin' right there, Doug Baldwin, man. Love that play. Lots of highlights to choose from. Can you move just a little bit that way? Because I want to... Oh, we got to still... The show's not over? Well, that's right. That was Larry Lomax with the feel-good story. Okay, all right. Oh, man. We all held our breath right here when Russell went down that knee. It didn't look good, but he should be suited up, ready to go for week 4 against Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Jets. And here to break down that game... none other than the fisherman, Jeff Aaron. What do you got, Jeff?
Hey, Seahawks fans, there's something in the air tonight. I'm the Fish Jeff Aaron. Time now to preview the New York Jets. I like to give a little historical perspective on things, and then I'll tell you a little bit about this year's team here, all in just a few minutes. The New York Jets came into existence as the Jets in 1963. They have not had a lot of success. 369 wins, 436 losses, a losing franchise record, and they haven't been to a Super Bowl since Super Bowl III, when Joe Namath guaranteed victory over the Baltimore Colts. And it's pretty bad when your franchise's best player is Joe Namath from 1969. Don Maynard was pretty good too. The Jets have 5 retired numbers. Can you guess who they are? Joe Namath, number 12. Don Maynard, number 13. Curtis, my favorite Martin, as Chris Berman would say, he was number 28. Joe Klecko, number 73 from the Sack Exchange. And number 90 for Dennis Bird, a player who was injured and partially paralyzed in a football game. They retired his number for obvious reasons. No playoffs for the last 6 years for the New York Jets. They've played the Seahawks 18 times in franchise history. The Seahawks have won 10, the Jets only 8. The last time they played, 2012 here in Seattle, and the Seahawks crushed them 28-7. The last time the game was in New York, the Jets won 37-14 in 2004. But the most memorable game played by these two teams, probably in franchise history, we go back to 1998. Dennis Erickson is the head coach for the Seahawks. The Seahawks are fighting for a playoff berth in a rather mediocre AFC West division that year. It was a game late in the year, was played in December, and it was a shootout. And the Seahawks, led by John Kitna, put Kitna in, led 31-19 going into the fourth quarter. But Vinny Testaverde had led the Jets on a comeback, and the guy that I just mentioned, Curtis Martin, ran for a touchdown, closing the gap, and late in the game, the Jets were at the 5-yard line. Vinny Testaverde goes back to pass. Not the most mobile guy in the world, and he was about 38 years old at the time. He scrambled out of the pocket, was running towards the goal line, and dived. Did he score? Not really. Replay showed that his helmet was a foot short of the goal line, right with the ball, but there was no replay then. It was ruled a touchdown, and it went into the books as a touchdown, and the Jets won the game 32-31. They went on to a 12-4 season. They made it to the AFC Championship game where they lost to Denver. That game was important for the Jets, but it was also important for the Seahawks because it pretty much cost Dennis Erickson his job. That Seahawks team finished 8-8, missed the playoff by one game, and a lot of people look to that Jets game as one that sticks in the craw of Seahawks fans over the years. So there you have it, a little bit of perspective on the New York Jets. This year's Jets, I thought they'd be better than this. They're 1-2. They lost a tough game to Cincinnati in the opener, 23-22. Bengals made a lot of field goals to pull that one out. They then beat Buffalo on a Thursday night game, which was an offensive explosion, 37-31. They looked pretty good in that game. But last week, boy, did they lay an egg. Losing to Kansas City 24-3, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, who held out all year as their new franchise quarterback, threw 6 interceptions. 6. Unbelievably bad day. So how would you like to have thrown 6 interceptions and now you get to face the Legion of Boom? So this is not a very good matchup for the Jets. The Seahawks have the obvious flaws of flying in a jet plane to the East Coast, but I think they're going to be okay. For the Jets, this is a brutal part of their schedule. They face Seattle this week. They're at Pittsburgh against the Steelers next week, at Arizona the following week. Then they play the Baltimore Ravens, who are undefeated 3-0 at the time of this recording. So the next 4 games are brutal for the Jets. They are led by head coach Todd Bowles, who I really like. He's a disciplinarian, tough defensive guy. And the Jets have a very formidable defensive line. Leonard Williams, Muhammad Wilkerson, and Sheldon Richardson. When they're playing and not suspended and healthy, they're a wrecking machine and maybe the best defensive line in football. Their offense is led by Ryan Fitzpatrick, coming off 6 interceptions. You know that his quarterback rating was lower than his interception total? That is a stat. He threw 6 interceptions. His QB rating was 5. That's as bad as it gets, my friends. 30-year-old running back Matt Forte, who had a huge game against the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Marshall never stops yapping on his Tuesday night television show, but he'll do a lot of talking, but I don't think he's going to get a lot of catches up against the Legion of Boom. Darrelle Revis is injured, but he's expected to be full go and play against the Seahawks this weekend. So we'll wonder if Darrelle Revis and Richard Sherman will cross paths at any time. Today's keyword of the day is Susudio. I'm Phil Collins, or Jeff Aaron, with your Seahawks enemy report on the New York Jets.
Since 1965, Pacific Travel Center has been the place to go for all your camping and travel needs. We're a full-service dealership located in South Tacoma with a variety of new and used campers and travel trailers, ready for you to load up and enjoy with your family. Pacific Travel Center will greet you with an experienced staff, show you an assortment of popular camper and trailer brands, as well as offer a complete parts store and large service department. From camping to tailgating, you're covered. Stop in Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 at 10211 Pacific Avenue South in Tacoma. Pacific Travel Center, putting the RV in travel for over 50 years. Olympic Crest Coffee Roasters has been roasting premium, international, and gourmet coffees since 1996. Located in Lacey, Washington, Olympic Crest is a full-service coffee company, providing custom on-site roasting and a free internet cafe with delicious breakfast and lunch served daily. Come in and enjoy our cafe Monday through Saturday until 5:30 and Sunday until 3. And for your convenience, our drive-thru is open until 6 p.m. 7 days a week. Olympic Crest also offers a unique and profitable fundraiser program for groups and nonprofit organizations. With custom packages and graphics, our customers tell us this is one of their most profitable and easy-to-run fundraisers. Profits of 100% with no upfront cash. Enjoy our fresh roasted coffee and even buy a bag or two to take home. Come visit us today in person or online at holycrest.com.
Gosh, I'm telling you, this guy in my fantasy football league keeps blowing me up. He won't stop talking all this trash. Matt Case, 95.7 The Jet for the Best Fans Video Podcast. Are you maybe in a fantasy football league? You can relate. Hold on, I got to reply to this guy. His team name is Cowboy Lover Forever. Sure, whatever. Hold on. Dude, Cowboys suck. They ain't making the playoffs. Like 7-Up, they've never had it and never will. Good luck. Send. There you go. The Fisherman, Jeff Aaron, breaking down the game. Keys, analysis, and insight is what the Hawks need to do to win on the road. Don't forget, it's coffee and kickoff, 10 a.m. this Sunday, as the Hawks are back east. So rise and shine, 12s, and make lots of noise. That's going to do it for us here at the Best Fans Video Podcast. Support our sponsors, give them a like, show them some love, and we'll see you next week. Somebody give me a go Hawks. Dude, the Cowboys suck. You're not going to win.